Hi everyone, so please excuse this video in terms of perhaps the quality of the footage that I'm about to show you, but this is really super important. This is hopefully going to keep someone out of the hospital, hopefully, especially if it's your kids that is using this machine, this humidifier. I want to show you guys how to really clean it, because actually the instructions for this only shows part of the cleaning. It does not allow you to clean the fan, which is critical, and you will see as you look at this video, you will see why it is super important. Now, as you could see here, this is the Vicks Starry Night Cool Moisture Humidifier, and I was using it because I was having problems breathing and so forth, and brand new it's totally fine, right? Because it's clean when it's totally fine. What you see here is, of course, it's being advertised, transform your child's room into a starry night sky. So this is, in some way implying that it is it is designed for children, right? So some level of safety and so forth. It has filtering and so forth. I'm not getting into the product so much as I want to show you more of the cleaning aspect of it. So what you see on this side here, and please excuse my house, it's a little bit in a mess. What you see here is the Starry Night, the base of the Starry Night humidifier. And what essentially happens is you fill this container with water, you put it upside down, you fill it with water, you cover it with the special lid that they say, and you put this over, and that's how you get the full Starry Night humidifier. All right, so what they tell you to do is to disinfect it by using bleach. You put 1 tablespoon of bleach into there, and then you add water, and then you disinfect that part. You then disinfect the other parts, which, as you can see, is in here. So the part where the filter is actually holding, you disinfect that part. All of this should be in the instructions. What I want to get to is you also have to disinfect here. In other words, you wipe it down with the bleach solution that you have, and you clean all inside here. And as you can see, mine looks fairly clean. It's a little bit dirty still. There's still a little bit of that sort of, what is it, gray or whatever it is you call it. I don't exactly know what it is. I'm hoping it's not fungus, but it tends to get gray, and I heard that it turns pink sometimes, right? So you wipe down all this part and you think it's clean because they tell you that's what to do. And then you can see that there's this chamber, that this is basically the light, but there's this chamber here where the fan and so forth is in, that blows outwards here, right? So the controls are here, and this thing blows outward here, right? So the question is, what happens to inside there? How do you get into here to clean it? Because, I mean, here is clean, and you would assume maybe this is the only part that gets dirty and wet and so forth. But really think about it, it's mist. So it generates a mist, and it has to go through the fan to come out here. Well, guys, this is what I want to shock you guys with. So in order to actually get to this part, you literally, They really made it sort of like, saying, well, essentially implying that you should not open this thing up. So I decided, you know what, something is wrong with this. Something is wrong with this design. Why would you do that if only you want to sell more products? You want people to throw this thing away if it gets dirty to sell more products. So lo and behold, I come to the bottom trying to get this thing open, because obviously it's really tough. I tried to pry it open. You cannot pry this open. No, don't even bother. You're going to break something if you try to do that. You have to go to the bottom, and there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 screws, right? As if, and that's totally fine, right? That's totally fine. What's more crazy is that there's this tamper-proof clip that they put, and without this tamper-proof clip coming out of here, so it's lodged into here, right? Even if you take out all these screws, this thing is lodged into here. If you try to pull this thing out, it's going to burst the electronics or the connectors inside here. So you have to remove that tamper-proof clip. And I didn't see anyone on YouTube doing this, so I said, maybe this might be a really useful video, hopefully, for someone out there. As I said, I hope it's going to save a child's life or someone, an immunocompromised person's life, because I heard that this fungus and so forth that grows inside these things could be dangerous. Anyway, so coming back to here. So you have these normals. Notice how deep that is in there. You can't just use a normal screwdriver per se and get into there. You might be able to if you're lucky, all right? But what's worse is these 2 points here, which look similar. These 2 screws, these screw holes here that look similar. No, they're actually really, really thin. So thin that if you try to put a screwdriver inside there, it sticks, right? You can't use even these specialized ones, these mobile devices. You have to use like this literal thin screwdriver, obviously, to get through. Okay, fine, that was okay. we got that out. Okay, and finally coming back to this clip. This clip, my goodness, this clip is really, really hard to get out. I'm breathless now because I'm talking so fast. So this clip is inside. This clip is lodged, right? You could see how the mechanism is open here, but it's actually lodged in like this, and it's around. It's literally around this this power cable, and it's lodged inside there. It's so hard. Look, you could actually see how I had to grip to break this thing out. It was like, it was really tough. So what I essentially did was I got a flathead screwdriver, and I started to pry around this thing, like really, really, really hard. I mean, hard, but not like one pull, you know, like gradually prying it out, and you pry it out, and you pry it out a few times until you finally get this piece out. Okay, fine. So that's the great step. Lo and behold, let's have a look at the condition of the actual fan. Now, I must say, for the majority of the time that I have owned it, I have cleaned it weekly. Guys, check this out. This is what could be looking. So you think it's clean, but check that fan out. That fan is absolutely dirty. You could see, hopefully you could see the gray on that fan. I don't even want to touch that. I don't even want to touch. It's extremely dirty. So all this time, you think that you're cleaning it based on the instructions they tell you, right? As I said, this is open now. Notice all on the inside here, even the plate, it's dirty. And you cannot access that part to clean that part without breaking this tamper-proof area. And look, the entire fan is dirty. So you're thinking, okay, well, it's clean. All right, it's clean operating as is. You put your thing in and it's gonna blow. But this area is clean, but it's blowing through this really awful, dirty area. See if I can spin that. I mean, it's consistently dirty. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys how to open it up so you know how to clean it. So I guess maybe, and I would suggest that you use the same bleach solution, which I'm going to do to clean this part out. All right, and so that's my video. I hope that this shows you how to open this thing up, this device, instead of giving Vicks more money when you should not. You should just be able to clean this. Now, of course, you want to make sure this is unplugged when you're doing all of this. And I would suggest that you do it this way as opposed to dunking something in it, because there's electronics and so forth inside, and you really don't want to do that to risk anything, right? To risk fire, shock, that kind of thing. So you could keep that part dry and just use, like, I don't know, I'm going to use a cloth first to try to use my fingers in and get in and clean that out. And once I get that clean, I'm going to just perhaps take like a Q-tip, dip it into the solution. And I'm going to use bleach. I'm not going to use vinegar, even though vinegar is supposedly safe as well. But bleach is probably going to be stronger. It's going to kill this out better. And hopefully, with that, you're going to actually be able to breathe clean air. Because again, what is, and this is my last point, what is really, really unnerving is that it comes with a filter. And so you buy these filters, these reusable filters, these Protec reusable filters, thinking that, you know, it's going to be clean, right? It's going to emit clean air, but no, it does not. So the whole idea is, guys, don't put your children at risk. Don't put yourselves at risk with this particular brand, this particular model of the Vicks Cool Moisture Humidifier, because you will be buying this thing hopefully to breathe better, but then you could end up with a lot of trouble if you don't clean this thing properly. Now, the awesome thing about this is once you open this thing up, I mean, you could go even further in now. You could go in and open up more stuff. But I don't think I want to go into too much of there. I'm not going to unbolt and so forth for the safety. I don't know how that is. It is installed safely. I'm just going to clean the inside there, and that should hopefully be enough to save me. But as you can see, all on the side here, how do you clean this area here? I mean, it's really, really hard. Hopefully you could see the dirt there. How do you clean that? I mean, they have not designed this to be cleaned properly. And that's really, really disappointing. I mean, Vicks, that's super disappointing that you make people believe that this is working fine, but it's not, right? Okay? So, with that being said, please make sure to like to subscribe to this channel. This channel may not, necessarily be the most high professionally produced channel, but as you can see, this channel is based, hopefully, to save your life and to help you do things for yourself and in the process learn, and of course, trust your instincts when it comes to these when it comes to tech. I mostly focus on tech, but I mean, this is some kind of tech. This is probably low tech, but it's still something useful, right? So with that being said, thank you so much. Please like and subscribe, and if you have any questions, please let me know in the comments below, and we'll see what we can do from there. All right, take care. Bye bye. Up here, guys. So this is what one blade. Look at that. Look at that gunk. This is what one blade, when I wiped out the fan, right? That's what one blade looks like. And they even designed this so hard that this piece here is blocking you from actually wiping straight up and down. I don't know. Poor design, I suppose. But guys, so make sure and clean this thing, properly and stay safe. Alright, guys, so what you're seeing here is it being a whole lot cleaner now. I still need to use like a Q-tip to get more to the bottom there. And so what I used was just a normal piece of tissue dipped in of course the bleach solution that I created. And yeah, this is looking a whole lot better in terms of cleanliness. I'm not too sure. It seems to be mildew. It smells really bad. But I'm not too sure if mildew is dangerous. I would assume that it could be dangerous. So make sure and get it clean. Yeah, make sure and clean it. Bye.